Johnny Walker versus Zhang Yang happens this Saturday in China, and I can't wait to break it down. Now, the opener of Uran Satabiev, I'm not even gonna pretend to pronounce these names. I got Uran. Uran is actually a really, really good light heavyweight who took a debut on short notice against Martin Budai, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he fought Martin Budai. Yes, he did lose the fight. He's winning this one. The UFC are trying to throw him a bone, and the guy that they just gave to him. If you're ever losing to Brenson Ribeiro, you are not UFC level. I don't care that your uh, record is 10-1. Brenson Ribeiro exists to be on other people's highlight reels. He is not a top level contender. He is not a guy in this sport who I'm just like, oh man, he's gonna be something. That dude exists to be on everyone else's highlight reel, and you're getting choked out by him. Yeah, you're on by like round two, brutal knockout. Uh, Next up we have Long Xiao versus Yu Sung Young, and this is a really hard fight to predict, but I'm gonna go with Yu Sung Young. Yu Sung Young is actually pretty talented. He has a really good grappling, and Long Xiao is not good. If I remember correctly, he's one of these. He beat Li Kuang. I remember that fight should not have gone to round three, and then lost to Lee Chang Ho. I remember that fight. Like, this dude is not that good. He's dangerous on the feet, and this is a more of a punishment for Yu Sung Young for the way he fought on the Young Figueiredo card. But the AJ Cunningham fight was a very clear decision for him. I don't know why you're taking AJ Cunningham to a decision. If you want to build any hype, you gotta sleep out guys like AJ Cunningham. AJ Cunningham's not going to be in the UFC in the next 6 months if he is still on the roster. So, not a great look to take him to a decision. But I think he's going to win this by boring decision. Take the name Jiu-Jitsu out of your name. That'd be so cool if you were a crazy submission artist, but you just kind of lay on top of people. Next up, we have Weston Wilson versus Yi Jia. I'm going Weston Wilson. Weston Wilson is really under. The fuck, I'm not. What am I talking about? Just because he submitted Jeka Saraki, I'm smoking or something crazy. That's crazy. No. Yi Jia. Weston Wilson exists to be on everyone else's highlight reel, same as some some of the other people. The Czechoslovakia fight was not. He was not supposed to win that fight. That was supposed to give Czechoslovakia some hype. Czechoslovakia's dog shit, so he got strangled immediately. But no. Yi Jia is going to flatline KO Weston Wilson in round one. Mikel Pereira versus Kyle Dawkins. The mid-off. This is a mid-off. You know, we got voices in the air. Uh, but Mikel Pereira should like blast Kyle Dawkins out cold in the first 90 seconds. If Kyle Dawkins survives more than 90 seconds, he's winning this fight. I'd like to see Kyle Dawkins back in the UFC though. I thought he was a pretty decent guy, and it was unfortunate that he got cut. And since he's been cut, he hasn't lost a fight. He became the Cage Fury middleweight champion and defended it a couple times. He's been doing his thing on the regional scene. But Mikel Pereira? I don't know. And then next up we have Rong Zhu versus Austin Hubbard. Another mid-off. Rong Zhu is such a weird fighter because he looks like he should be way better than what he is, but he's consistently ass. But Austin Hubbard is consistently ass too. I'm gonna give it to Rong Zhu. I think he's gonna win this decision in China. But it's not a confident pick at all. They are both garbage. Rong Zhu is so weird though, because he looks so bad. Like, he looks good. When you see him striking, he looks really good. But he's so ass. It makes no sense. And I want to believe in Rong Zhu, but I can't. This dude's just not good. And we never know if his eye is gonna be the same again after the way it swelled up against the Padilla when he fought Padilla. I just, I don't know. Don't feel confident in picking Rong Zhu, but I'm gonna pick Rong Zhu. Next up, we have Loner Kavanaugh versus Charles Johnson. This is another pretty hard fight to predict because Charles Johnson's a scrapper. He's gonna give problems to anyone. If Charles Johnson has to fight Alejandro Pantoja next week, I'm scared for Pantoja. Charles Johnson gives anyone a tough scrap. Loner Kavanaugh's gonna need to navigate the range. And to even land anything, Charles Johnson throws a lot. But I'm gonna go with Loner Kavanaugh because I personally thought Charles Johnson lost to Sue Mudaerji, and I think Loner Kavanaugh would have his way with Sue Mudaerji. So I'm gonna choose Loner Kavanaugh to win this by decision based off of his grappling. This isn't like Joshua Van where his boxing really is all he has. Granted, he can use his wrestling when he needs to. Loner Kavanaugh's a lot more willing to mix in the wrestling. So I think Loner Kavanaugh's going to win this one by decision. Next up on the card, we have Mahashate versus Gage Young. I don't really believe in Mahashate that much. At all. But Gage Young lost to Evan Elder. But Evan Elder isn't even bad anymore. Like, we used to think he was bad, but Evan Elder isn't even bad. No. I don't know. I really don't know how to break this one down. I'm gonna go Mahashate, but like Gage Young isn't horrible. But Gage Young was definitely given Evan Elder to school. He was supposed to get past Evan Elder with ease, and he didn't. So I'm gonna go Mahashate because I don't think Gage Young is all that. Also, Mahashate is gonna be way bigger and a little longer, not too much longer, but he's gonna be way bigger than Gage Young. I don't feel too bad about picking Mahashate to win this one by decision or late submission. Next up, we have this dude off of Road to UFC versus Kiefer Crosby. And I'm taking the dude off of Road to UFC because Kiefer Crosby isn't good. There's not much to say. Kiefer Crosby's just been a disappointment in every step of his career so far. And he's in his mid-30s. And he's fighting at welterweight. No, I'm not choosing him to do anything. And, like, I wanted to believe in Kiefer Crosby, but he kind of got signed to lose to Sam Patterson. Kiefer Crosby exists to be on everyone else's highlight reel. He's like 5'9". The dude off Road to UFC is well over 6 feet. He's huge. He hits hard. He has crazy grappling. I'm choosing him to win. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Nuaraji, but I'm gonna keep my eye out for him. And next up, speak of the devil, we have Sue Mudaerji versus Kevin Borjas. The unction is back. This is another straight mid-off. I don't believe in Sue Mudaerji. He has like no real power at this weight class. Like, how are you not knocking out Matt Schnell? Granted, it is one of my favorite fights of all time because Matt Schnell got rocked and dropped like 8 times. But everyone else normally flatlines Matt Schnell. There's no rocking Matt Schnell. You flatline KO Matt Schnell because that's what you're supposed to do to Matt Schnell. A gust of wind can do it, but your punches can't. I'm choosing Kevin Borjas. I think Borjas has way more power. And I don't mind Borjas by KO. Honestly, like late KO, I'm going to go decision, but late round KO for Kevin Borjas. I don't think he's horrible. People, like, we watched him lose to Joshua Van, and people are like, he's trash. I don't think so. he did get KO'd by Alessandro Costa, but Alessandro Costa's a wrecking ball of a flyweight. I'm picking Kevin Borjas. I don't think Sumadirji has the power to put him down. He has the range to keep him at bay for a little bit, but once he finds his way inside that range, Kevin Borjas is going to light him up like a Christmas tree. Next up, we have Sergey Pavlovich versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. When this fight was first made, I was thinking Pavlovich by flying explosion murder. It's time to stop sleeping on Biggie Boy. No, Biggie Boy is Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Salsa Boy. It's time to stop sleeping on Salsa Boy. He's put together a nice little run at heavyweight. I'm thinking, oh, this is where the bullshittery ends. Pavlovich had a relatively competitive fight with Rozenstruik, and I think Waldo Cortez Acosta would ragdoll Rozenstruik. As much as I want to hate on Waldo Cortez Acosta, because he is not what I think a heavyweight contender should be, he is relatively well-rounded, and he's relatively smart. He knows when to mix things in, like takedowns. And while Pavlovich has a lot of power, this isn't Pavlovich on the come-up tying and breaking Chuck Liddell's first-round KO record, where he's just walking everyone down like prime King Von, smoking people out cold. This is a lot more patient, jab, jab, two, long hooks, and I think Waldo Cortez Acosta is going to find his takedowns. And if Waldo Cortez Acosta gets these takedowns, Pavlovich is not getting up. It's written in the stars. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Tom Aspinall will happen for the title next year. I'm picking Cortez Acosta by dancing around. Did he just lose to Sergey Spivak? I personally thought he should have lost that decision. Everyone at home thought he should have lost that decision. 2 of the 3 judges said nah. But I think Cortez Acosta will mix in takedowns. Is tricky enough to on the feet to stay somewhat safe. Isn't going to just allow Pavlovich to walk him down and sleep him out cold. I got Waldo Cortez Acosta by decision. And then Pavlovich rages. Next up in the co-main event, Brian Ortega versus Aljamain Sterling. In his prime, I would have chosen Brian Ortega, because Ortega's has much better striking, a lot more power. Aljamain Sterling is going to positionally dominate Brian Ortega. I think Brian has slightly better submissions, but Aljo has much better positions. He's going to control Ortega. He's going to be all over Ortega's back. He's going to control him from mount. He's going to survive Ortega's guard. I don't think Ortega's going to be able to triangle him. I don't think Ortega's even going to be able to make weight because the dude doesn't care about his career anymore. But Aljamain Sterling's going to literally allow it. Maybe he gets triangled, but even if he ends up in a triangle, Sterling's just going to pick him up and slam him down. He's a crazy physical specimen who will do crazy athletic things in the fight that you normally wouldn't go for. I'm choosing Aljamain Sterling to win this one by decision. I don't want to overthink it. He's just going to out-wrestle him, out-positionally dominate him, and he has crazy good jiu-jitsu. Ortega's going to welcome the jiu-jitsu and end up with Aljo on his back for 12 and a half minutes. And then in the main event, we got Johnny Walker versus Zhang Yang. I would love to see Johnny Walker win because they are feeding Johnny Walker to Zhang Yang to get murdered. Zhang Yang's going to kill Johnny Walker in round 1. It's going to be one of the most brutal KOs you've ever seen. And we're going to wonder if Johnny Walker is still alive. I think this next section of the video, it's nothing else to say. Johnny Walker can't hold range. Zhang Yang's a massive dude for the weight class. He's just going to walk forward, land an elbow in close, and then Johnny Walker's going to die. But let's just talk about Johnny Walker's training camp. The people over there at, I forgot where he trains. It's in Ireland. Same coach as McGregor. Kavanaugh is his head coach. These guys fucking suck. When is it time to say this? They struck lightning in a bottle with Conor McGregor, and no one else is good. No one else is good. And I get it. It's an athlete, and the coach can't do it for him? Why is Johnny Walker, who's been training with you for the better part of a decade, at 6'5", 6'6", at light heavyweight with a damn near 80-inch reach? I think it is an 80-inch reach. It's an 82-inch reach at 6'5". Why the fuck do you not have the best jab? It has a crazy leg reach too. He should have the best jab, the best lead calf kick, the best teep kick, the best at maintaining range and distance, the best step in elbows, the best step in knees, the most disgusting clinch work in the division, and the best judo, and he's ass. He's ass everywhere. He's technically garbage, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. If I was an MMA coach, I'd be praising God if a physical specimen like Johnny Walker walked into my gym. What do you mean you're 6'5", with an 82-inch reach, crazy explosiveness, crazy athleticism, long-ass legs, and you have no teeth, no jab, can't hold range, can't hold space, terrible movement? You're just a walking victim, and you've been a walking victim for like 5 fucking years, and I cannot stand this shit. There was a point in time when we said this dude was going to beat John Jones because he had all this crazy knockout power and hype. And it just hasn't happened because he's technically garbage. Why? Why is he so fucking bad? What do you mean he has this long reach and can't set shots up? He should have the best jab in the division, one of the best jabs in the sport. Alexander Rakic has some of the best leg kicks at light heavyweight. Johnny Walker should be in the same conversation. But he's not. He should have the craziest knees in the clinch that should just shut your body off. With all that leg reach, should just drive them into your ribs. Nothing. Nothing. Crazy elbows in close. Haven't really seen him since the Khalil Roundtree fight 6 years ago, 7 years ago. It's 2025. And we're looking at Johnny Walker as just a walking victim because he's just not him anymore. And it's so aggravating. Because I want this dude to do good in his career. But his camp is holding him back. And now he has no chin. With the amount of times he's been KO'd and the amount he's been in the UFC, you'd expect him to be 40 now. He's 33. He should be in the middle of a historic title reign. What the fuck do you mean he's nowhere near title contention? What do you mean he's gonna get cut when he gets KO'd in this fight? What do you mean? I hate this shit. I hate this shit. Fuck Kavanaugh. Fuck McGregor's camp. Fuck those coaches because they've done nothing but a disservice to Johnny Walker. And that'll be my predictions for the card. If you like the video, like, subscribe, and put a bell notification on so you get notified anytime I post a video. And until next time, ranting about Johnny Walker's horrendous coaching situation. Goodbye.
You are under my protection.